Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called Chained Echoes. We start off with already something bad in the game. There's no menu animation. I mean, look at this. It's dead. There's no animation. There's no music. It's just like dead, so I don't know what the design decision behind that was. So excuse the silence, excuse the static screen. It's almost like we're looking at the picture, but the game is actually running and we are inside the game. So we're gonna see if Chained Echoes can at all improve from this, because this already is not a very good impression in my opinion. The mouse is completely useless. You can click on anything. The mouse is absolutely useless. So you use WASD to move through the menu, and then you think you would use enter in order to go into the menu, but no, you do not use enter. You use spacebar. So you use spacebar to go into the different menus, and then you use Q and E to move through the different menus. So already we can see that this game is a console port. It's a console game that was obviously designed for consoles. You can see here they even have vibration. And I don't like that. I don't like a game that was designed for a console and then badly ported over to a computer. I do not like that. Like, especially since the game costs $25, which is, for an indie game designed by one person, that's pretty brutal. And then on top of that, it's like I say, a console game that is ported over to PC badly. Like, if it was ported over good, like if you could use the mouse and all of that kind of stuff, then I wouldn't really have an issue with paying $25. But yeah, this is already not a good impression in my opinion. So anyway, I'm gonna be playing the game for an hour or so until I am happy that I can give you guys my opinion on the game, whether or not the game is good or bad. If you're in a hurry, you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video, where I will give you my quick, concise, final opinion on the game. But yeah, otherwise than that, just stay tuned and I will be playing the game and giving you my running commentary of the game. Like I said, the game costs $25 on Steam. So yeah, let's jump into the game and see if the game can at all impress me from here on forwards. Also, the game seemingly does not have any voice acting, so I guess I am going to have to voice act for you guys. Wake up. It's time to get up, Glenn. Look how lovely the sun is shining. It's still so early. Oh, come on, get dressed quickly. Your friends may come any minute. Yes, of course. No mouse controls whatsoever. I am already aware of that fact. So you move around with WASD. The up, down, left, right arrows do absolutely nothing. If you're going to make a game like this, at least allow dual keybinds. Like, dual keybinds do a lot for the game. If you're not gonna allow the mouse, because like the mouse doesn't do shit here, I'm clicking, right clicking, it doesn't do anything. So if you're not gonna allow the mouse, at least allow dual key bindings. I'm pressing exit. I'm pressing enter. Pressing spacebar. Tab. Nothing. Like I'm pressing, like I want to go to the menu and nothing is doing anything. So we can't even get to the fucking menu. That's fantastic. I want to show you guys that the game doesn't have dual key bindings, and I can't even do that. So yeah, off to a fantastic start. Okay, that was the most amazing dialogue writing ever. Seriously, this game developer should get an award for dialogue writing. Like, I'm not even joking. That was, like, I'm absolutely shocked by the amazing dialogue writing that this game has so far. The coast is already in sight, so stop sleeping. It's gonna get wild soon, so get your ass up. Mom? I said wake the hell up. Do you believe this? We are on a suicide mission and he's taking a nap. No, actually I haven't slept for days because this mission I don't care, boy. Get up and move your sorry ass to the captain up on the bridge. That dude is literally a dolphin. Okay, there's nothing we can interact with around here. Here's a chest. I'm just gonna run around and press spacebar the whole time. Hopefully we can find something to interact with. I have to stay on the Sternenrit today because I'm sick. I wanted to join the battle, but Kylia talked me out of it. Okay, I can't talk to this guard apparently. This mission is total suicide. We are supposed to break through the enemy lines as a vanguard. I'm scared, Glenn. What if I'm outnumbered on the battle? Would I be a coward to run away? Yes, you would. Maybe you can take down one or two. Oh dear, I hope I can find the courage to do so. You look pale, Glenn. A boy with your talent shouldn't always look so worried. If I die, my family in Valeria will get the money. They're waiting for it eagerly. For the money, of course, not for my death. Okay, must we go up or must we go down? I guess the bridge will be on top, so we shouldn't go up right now. Glenn, I heard your task is to break through the enemy lines with your sky armor. I guess so. I wish I had something I was good at. I'm sure you do. If you don't have something, then maybe you haven't discovered it yet. Hopefully we'll survive this mission so that I can have time to do this. Haha. The Kingdom of Terran conquered the city of Wernshire a few days ago. Now Wernshire has asked us to take back the town. I think that's how the story goes. Let me just adjust my microphone here a second because it's slightly in the way of the text I'm trying to read. Damn it, I told Morlock that she shouldn't fly at full speed for such long distances. What's going on? The ether oven is about to explode. That's what's going on. Something's wrong with this thing. I can't figure it out. If only someone with a knack for this kind of stuff could help me out. Do you want me to take a look? Ah, here's the problem. You've got a clamp? Yeah, here you go. Thanks. I need to turn it a little bit here, a little there, a little more here. Done. Wow, the oven has calmed down. Thankfully, You are even better at flying sky armors than you are at handling and repairs. Otherwise, I would be out of the job. Haha. Here, take this as a thank you. It will help you on the battlefield. Sweets. Thank you very much. Our chief technician is a slave driver. Nobody likes him, but he gets along with you. I wonder why. The textures in this game are weird, like I'm fucking constantly bumping into stuff. That's an indication that the textures are not very good. And the hitboxes on them aren't very good either. Just because our name was dragged through the mud by those miserable baboons of Amande, we now have to go on the suicide mission. If we survive this, we'll get back at them. Like, if I think about like Final Fantasy IX, I've played Final Fantasy IX many times. That game has a kind of similar aesthetic to this game. Not once in Final Fantasy IX was I like, oh, I can't fucking move, I can't move. Why am I bumping into this stuff the whole time, you know? Because the hitboxes and the texture design in Final Fantasy IX is extremely good. To the point where the player won't make mistakes bumping into stuff because the player assumes that this will allow them to run past the texture, and it doesn't. So then they have to go up and over, you know, like it's just a thing about hitboxes and the texture design that isn't good in this game. If it isn't Glenn, excited, aren't you? Maybe a little. Relax, you just keep the sky above our heads clear and we'll take care of the enemy on the ground. We are a team. Together no one stands a chance against the band of the Iron Bull. You're right. Luck has been with us for years, as long as I have this lucky charm here. Oops. You dropped it. It's broken. Don't worry about it. Haha, it's a bad omen or anything like that. Sky armors are in perfect condition. Make sure they stay that way. Look at these babies, aren't they great? Is that dynamite? I've been saving it for a mission like this. Aren't they dangerous? It's dangerous only for the enemy. I know this stuff. I'll be fine. Don't worry, it'll come in handy. Here's Mr. Dolphin. And some kind of a dog dude. All men in battle positions. This vanguard will not sink into the ocean. Gaia, Gaia, Gaia. Ah, Glenn, our ace pilot at last. I'm sorry. Too late for apologies. We are reaching the coast soon. Glenn, Killian, you take the sky armors and go ahead. We'll follow you. Yes, sir. Our goal is the Opus Stone. It feeds the ether cannons with energy. We smash that thing and clear the way for the rear guard. Understood? Yes, sir. Har har har. Our client doesn't think we'll survive this. Lured by the promise to pour gold around our families after our deaths, we took the job anyway, but we will show them that we can survive. We will not let our enemies spend our pay all alone, right? To the band of the Iron Bull. To the band of the Iron Bull. What, so soon? Their cannons shouldn't reach us yet. First, Terrenians, and their darned technology. Let's go. Hey, he's cursing technology, yet we are flying on a bloody airship. Are you ready, partner? And we use bloody sky armors, you know, so we have a shitload of technology as well. I think so. Say, Killian, do you believe we can succeed? What are you talking about? Of course we can. Are you getting nervous? No, maybe a little. Don't worry, we'll go in, smash the Opus Stone and get out. The rear guard will handle the rest. Yes, of course, that is exactly what's going to happen. We all know that's not going to happen. Yeah, sounds easy. Normally we wouldn't have to work 3 years for so much money, but will you do with all of it? I'm not sure. I have a wish, but the money probably won't be enough. Come, tell me. I always wanted to have my own sky armor. That's nice. What would you do with it? Surely it's not simply for taking walks on a nice day, right? I don't know. I probably would do the same as before. Sky armors exist for battle after all. I could tune it up and work on it on my own though. You could be anywhere in the world and yet you choose the battlefield. There is something else in my life. Since you rescued me back then, the mercenary band is all I have. You, however, have a family and a home. What would you do with all the money? You know that I am not here for the money. I would choose the battlefield as well. There's still a long way ahead until I reach my dream. Look, we'll have to put up with each other a little longer if we survive this. What can go wrong with our ace pilot, right? Alright, you two, enough romantic talk. You're ready to go. Godspeed, Len. Now everything is going to go to plan, of course. Watch out, Glenn, the enemy is sending their own sky armors our way. How about a demonstration of your skills? I bet you can take down them on your own. Battles are turn-based, and your enemies take turns choosing actions. The order of each turn is displayed at the top right corner. HP represents your health. If it reaches 0, the character is incapacitated. Yeah, it's very, very easy to beat the game. You simply keep your HP above 0. Then you win the game. Tech points are resources used for skills. Okay, so it's your standard Final Fantasy type turn-based game. Very, very standard. HP and TP are restored completely after each battle. Well, that's interesting. The icon next to a skill indicates the type of skill. Defeating enemies in battle grants you access to different spoils. Loot can be sold for money or to unlock new deals, materials that can be used to upgrade weapons, and skill points used to upgrade skills. Defeating an enemy will show your loot immediately, but you will not receive it until after the battle. Okay, so can we inspect the enemy or not? I guess not. Let me just see here. Nope. Single physical blow dealing damage 2.2 and inflicts poison for 5 turns. I'm assuming this battle is gonna go on longer than 5 turns, so I'm assuming doing a poison salvo at the beginning will be good. I would like to be able to inspect him or something like that. Can't I even open my menu? I'm pressing exit, tab, F1, F2, like I don't understand why we can't open the fucking menu. Let's do a poison salvo. Weakness, what's that? Is the weakness poison? I'm not sure. Why is the game lagging? Like it's literally lagging. Okay, so that does twice the poison damage. Not bad. And he's dead. No challenge for our ace pilot. We shouldn't fool around. Well, then get ready. Here comes a new challenger. Okay, we once again start with poison salvo. That's it, Glenn. Now onto the Opus Stone. Look out for their cannons. That guy got wrecked. Oh, I got wrecked as well. Apparently both of us are sucky at dodging. Are you alright? Of course not. The sky armors were our best chance to reach the Opus Stone. As long as we still have legs to walk and arms to wield the sword, we will not give up. It's about time that you get to know the battlefield outside of your sky armor. We've had enough training, but here on land, you follow me, understand? Yes, we will fight our way to the Opus Stone on foot. Once the stone is shattered, we can wait for the rear guard. Okay, so we're gonna shatter the Opus Stone on our own. Yeah, that's definitely gonna work. What about all of these sky armors flying past? Obviously, they are gonna reach the Opus Stone before we do. So, what are the fucking chances that we even reach the Opus Stone? Look at all of these bloody sky armors flying past. Okay, so our skills are a wide swing, which damages everyone, and then a healing thing. That's Killian, obviously. So let's do that. And that hits one. But it hits multiple times, and then this one lowers their defenses for 3 turns. I like the fact that there's no long ass post-battle screen or anything like that, you know, like that's one thing that irritated me about Final Fantasy always. There's always this pageantry after the battle, you know, like a long fucking pageantry scene, like with the music and the dancing and the posing. Like each and every one of those screens take up like 20 seconds of your time, and you're gonna battle probably thousands of times throughout the entire game. So those screens are just a massive waste of time. So I like the fact that in this game there's no post battle screen or pageantry or dancing or nothing of that kind of bullshit. %15% is not a lot, to be honest. That's really not a lot. So his defensive buff reduces our damage by about 20%. That's not a whole lot. There's a lot of running and very little fighting and very little looting, to be honest. These wounds look bad. After I was hauled from the Sternrit, I found myself in between the enemy lines. As you said, I tried not to flee and tried to defeat as many of them as possible. Hehe, at last I'm not dying a coward's death. He's dead. Watch out. More of them, get ready. Holy shit, am I gonna fight all of them? Need a hand? Kaya! Commander! Dolphin Man and Doggy Dude to the rescue. Let's show them the power of the Iron Bull's mighty team-up. The overdrive bar is the core of the battle system. The bar has 3 areas, yellow, green and red, representing the state of the party. The cursor shows the current position on this bar. Almost every action moves this cursor to the right. The small cursor shows where the cursor will jump to when choosing an action. When reaching the green area, the party is warmed up and in perfect synergy. This is called overdrive. In overdrive, the party takes less damage, deals more damage, and most importantly, only needs to spend half the amount of TP on skills. Always try to stay in overdrive. Eventually, the party will reach the red area and become overheated. This will let the enemy deal massive damage to you. In order to stay in overdrive, the cursor must be moved back to the left. This can be done with one of the following actions. While overdrive or overheat, an icon will appear in the box left of the bar. This icon represents a skill type. This number next to it shows how many turns the party has before the skill type switches. Using a corresponding skill will make the cursor jump to the left by a great margin. Skills of the corresponding type are also marked yellow. Switching out characters in battle mode will reduce the overdrive. Using the defend action will reduce the overdrive, and using an ultra move will reduce the overdrive. Okay, so basically switching out or defending, which are passive actions, ultra move, which is obviously probably an offensive action, and then any skills that are marked as yellow will make the overdrive bar move backwards. Actions may move the party's position to the overdrive bar. Try to reach and stay in the green area. Overdrive effects: damage dealt is raised, damage received is lowered, skill costs half. Overheat effects: red area of the bar raises the damage received, stay out. Okay, so you're not even going to tell me by how much the damage is raised. That's not very informational. Use different options to make the cursor move back to the left. Magic fire attack dealing 2 times damage to one enemy. Increases defense and mind for all by 15%. That's pretty nice. Let's do that. Let's concentrate on these bastards. Wide swing, that's gonna be nice. Boom. Okay, now we're in overdrive. Inflicts poison with a potency of 25 for 5 turns. A magic attack dealing, wow, to all of them, that's nice. Go, go, Dolphin Man. Fire burst. Okay, so by using that type of move with the yellow or orange downward pointing thing, it will reduce our overdrive because we're almost going to go into red. So we should just watch out for that. Okay, now they want us to use a green thing, which we can't do. I don't have a green thing right now. But it's not the end of the world. If we go into red, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. Now, I don't have any green skills right now, so we will just continue to attack them. Okay, here's a green skill, so you can see there. Then we jump back to the green area. So let's do that. Let's just test it out. Okay, now it has changed to a red skill that we need to do in order to lower the thing. Okay, so that was obviously very easy. Fools, the sky armors were our biggest hope to end all of this quickly. We didn't stand a chance. They called you an ace pilot and yet you can't even shut up. Both of you save your strength. The stone is near. We will fight the remaining forces on foot. Forward! Sky armor again. This is bad. No choice but to fight it now. Well, where's the rest of our sky armors? We will deal with it. You go and destroy the stone. Stay alive, you hear me? Of course. Yeah, they're gonna die a horrible death. So, the enemy has reached the stone. I'm sorry, my lord. But the casualties were. Spare me the details. Everything is going according to plan. Time for the final act. The Opus Stone. Once it is destroyed, the ether cannons are out of fuel. Yeah, like I said, this guy will not be defeated by those other two little assholes. Your assault ends here, friends. Why Wyan? Why Wyan? That's a weird name. Why Wyan? It's that sky armor again. That means the others are dead. I remember the sky armor now. That's Wyan, a famous doppel soldier. And I know all of you as well. Band of the Iron Bull, what madness has befallen you to take such a mission? What did Gravas lure you with? With gold they do not possess? Do you even realize what you're dealing with? We need to get past him, then smash the stone. Not if I smash your skulls first, you fools. Ouchies. Okay, poison will be nice to start off with. Motivating words. Armor break, yeah, that's good because this is gonna be a long battle. Do we want to heal? I don't think we want to heal right now. We can just do a normal attack, probably. Okay, that will move us out of the green, I think, but it should be fine. Okay, no, we are still in the green. Okay, now I can't really do this attack. I mean, I guess it's fine. It's really effective against this dude, so that's fine. Ouchies. Okay, I need to heal my dude. Because he's not looking super good. I don't know how much health this guy has remaining. Where's my healing dude? Hey, scumbag, try this dynamite. Hopefully it doesn't damage all of us. Maybe we can give it a smack. Okay, well, we're definitely gonna heal. Marlock is the lowest right now. How much health does it have? I wonder. Wow, 200 damage. That's potent. That's a spicy meatball. Oh, you can extend the poison. I didn't even know that. That's interesting that you can extend stuff. Okay, I would want to heal here actually. But wide swing will reduce our overdrive. So I want to heal, but I think staying out of the overheat is a little bit more important. Okay, defensive. Poison smash, that's fine, we can do that. Okay, I'm out of TP. I don't know how to get more TP. This guy must be relatively close to dying. And he's dead. We did it. Now the Opus Stone. No! Why didn't he do that earlier? Opus Stone, what have they told you? Clint, smash it. Stop, boy. That's no Opus Stone. It's not fueling anything. Don't listen to him. Go. Yeah, this is probably a mistake. Fools, the grimoire. Oh, what is this light? Yeah, that's probably not good. We probably just Chernobyled that entire area. Well, Andes, a continent with a proud history of over 3,000 years. Once it was home to the magical city of Nhaisa, the center of magical teachings. But since the downfall, Valandis has been consumed by war. For 6 generations, 3 kingdoms have been battling for domination. In the north, the kingdom of everlasting rain, Tarin, the hardest harbor in, or the greatest harbor in all of Valandis, Farn's Sport, and its kingdom, Escanaya, to the south. Why can't the developer just use normal fucking names? Finally, in the east, the proud nation of Gravos. You see, that's a normal name. Gravos is an easy one to pronounce. In the 806 of the 7th era, Haran conquered Gravos. A few days later, during an attempt to reconquer lost territory, the greatest accident of the war occurred. A powerful explosion engulfed the eastern part of the continent. Tens of thousands of people died. The weapon that could cause such destruction remained unknown, since none of the 3 kingdoms admitted to possess such a weapon. Fear finally drove the ruler to sign a peace treaty. This ended the war after 156 years. In 807, 1 year after the signing of the treaty, a celebration was held in Farnsport to mark the anniversary. There he is, Rob. I was not mistaken. Look for yourself. Sitting right in the tree close to the Lady Parnella's route. I do see him, but maybe he just wants to get a good look at the parade. He wouldn't need a sword for that. Also, they are forbidden during the festivities. Are you sure that's a sword? I can hardly recognize it. Rob, an exemplary member of the City Watch, it is our most urgent task to pursue this. But we are supposed to guard the castle today, Princess. Her true identity is Princess Celestia Valkyria of Terran, sister to Prince Frederick. Shortly before the end of the war, she fled the castle to see more of the world, as well as her people's struggles, worries and hopes, in order to become a better princess to them. After a chain of events, she ended up as a guard of the City Watch for Terran's enemy's kingdom. Rob, don't call me that. Forgive me, you're Rob. Sorry, Lynn. Heir to the house of Reremeyer, Rob grew up as a ward in the castle of Turmund together with Lynn. Once he learned that she planned to flee the castle, he insisted on tagging along. Her well-being is his highest priority. It's a miracle that we have not been discovered yet. If anyone here finds out who I am, anyway, let's make haste towards the gate anon. Let's hurry to the west gate. Character progression. After defeating bosses or finishing special tasks, the party will gain Grimoire Shards, GS. Once a Grimoire Shard is similar to a level up, owning a Grimoire shard is similar to a level up. You can use it to strengthen your characters. Gaining one Grimoire shard allows all party members to make use of it. In the Learn Skill menu, 3 types of skills can be learned. Action skills can be used in battle by selecting and spending TP. Passive skills are automatically active, and stat boosts raise a single stat of a character. While stat boosts are automatically added to your character's attributes and are permanently active, action and passive skills need to be equipped. This can be done in the set menu skill. So it's very similar to Final Fantasy IX. You can set skill points in the set skills menu to level up your action and passive skills. By defeating enemies, you can raise skill points. Every skill a character has currently equipped will gain skill points. Additionally, every character will accumulate skill points that is placed into their own private pool, where you may distribute them freely whatever skill available for that specific character. Okay, so let's quickly see. There we go, P. So how the hell do I get to the menu? I. Why the hell is it I, you idiots? Why not exit or tab or something like that? Okay, so how much SP do I have? I have no SP whatsoever. That's amazing. Where is my items? Okay, so the sweets and the stuff that I picked up earlier is still in my inventory. I wanted to check that. If it was not in my inventory, I would have gotten pissed off. So the developers at least managed to avoid one pissing off right there. But there's no SP. Why don't I have SP? Because I did get SP from the previous battles. So it seems all of those previous battles were for naught. How do I equip it? Does it actually cost anything? Can't I unequip it? Enemies take 1 turn longer to apply this ailment for the first time. Okay. Attack deals 1.8, 1.8, 1.8. And then removes 1 buff. Okay. And then this guy has poison shot. 30% chance to counter single target physical attack by curing a random ailment on self. How does that work? 30% chance to counter single target physical attack by curing a random ailment on self. I don't quite understand that. Spread shots target toxic to all enemies for 2 turns. Inflicts 2.5 physical damage to an enemy who attacks the target. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so you can assign stars on skills, but you can't remove the stars afterwards. Interesting. I guess we can do TP up. I guess that will be useful since she is a spellcaster. Okay, so this is where you spend SP. So at the other place you spend GB, I think they said GS. And then here you spend SP. Okay, but they don't have any SP right now. There's no real massive difference between these, but we will do that one. Just want to have a look here. So like I said, what I would like to see here is dual bindings. Dual bindings would be really useful because then you can make menu I and you can make it exit. But right now you can't make it I and exit, and that's just really stupid. So M is map, that's fine. P is pause. And the rest of the stuff is fine. Why is cancel L? Oh, so cancel was exit. I didn't even know that. But I still don't like the fact that menu is I. That's stupid. Let's make it tab. Yeah, tab will be much better than bloody I. Okay, let's have a look. You see, like this, like that right there is bad hitbox, you know, bad hitboxing. Like, obviously the character is small enough to go in there. I mean, look at that. Like, there's that much space on the left side and that much space on the right side, and yet she can't go in there. So that's bad hitboxing. That's like literally when you're trying, look at that as well. When you're trying to run past an object, this is going to happen a lot in the game, where you're trying to run past and then you bump into it and then you're like, oh, for fuck's sakes, go up and then around. You know, it's just bad environmental design and bad hitboxing on the characters and the environment, obviously. That's something that obviously Final Fantasy IX, for instance, did not do. They have very good environmental design and environmental hitboxing, to the point where that does not happen. It's also stupid that you have to press spacebar in order to enter a home. I'm baking pastries to sell to the people. You want to know the secret ingredient? It's wood. You don't believe me? Whiskey gets its flavor from wooden barrels as well. Don't forget crescent cheese pressed through wood. I use it as flour for these pastries. That was incredibly enlightening. I am glad I spoke to that guy, and I'm glad I went into that house. I learned so much. Okay, I can't go in there. Can't go in there. What's the point of allowing the player to go in here? What's the point of having stairs here if you fucking can't go in there? I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't want to go into the quote-unquote correct direction straight from the beginning. Okay, these guys don't want to talk. I always want to go to the quote-unquote incorrect direction first. And then the main direction. Cursed feast. Is something the matter? Oh, it's you two. I'm just so very disappointed by this view. All of this is so wrong. What do you mean? 6 generations. That's how long this war lasted. I'm 72 years old and even my great-grandfather was born during this war. This country has known nothing but hatred and pain for a very long time. But yet, look how forgetful these people are. They cheer their fellow countrymen's murderers. It's if forgiveness is the price for their dream of peace, they seem willing to pay it. People have paid higher costs for their dreams. After all that's happened during the war, forgiveness is not a cheap price to pay, Lynn. But this might be something only we elderly can understand. I'm sorry, ignore the ramblings of old men. If it isn't the greatest pilot in all of Escani, this is the first time I've seen you in a fancy uniform. Terrible, isn't it? Lynn, our child was born this morning. It's a girl, the most beautiful girl in the world. That's wonderful. How's Gabriella? Excellent. Only because of you, they are both doing well. If you hadn't brought us the medicine, I gladly pass on the thanks to my grandmother. She knew a lot about medicines. It must have been fate. Her name is Therelia. It is an old Balkan word for peace. A Baikian word for peace. My first daughter was born during the war, but Therelia has the chance to experience a time of peace. The horrors of war shall remain unknown to her, and I'll do everything to keep it that way. Remember, you saved the lives of my wife and daughter. I'm forever in your debt. There you are, Ro. Lady Elenia would like to meet our most famous pilot. Follow me. Well, obligations. If it benefits peace, I shall even act as a showman. Until then. Farnsport isn't called the Dancing City for nothing. Long live our freedom. I'm not gonna talk to these bloody people anymore, because out of all of them, only one has so far given me anything. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm not gonna talk to these bastards anymore. I will interact with them, you know, in case they want to give me something, but I'm not gonna interact with them anymore. Okay, there's no music change here or anything. What I would have liked to see is, by standing here, maybe you could hear some different music, but nope, apparently that's not gonna happen. See, like that, you're gonna be bumping into shit constantly due to the design of the game. So if you like bumping into shit, then by all means play this game. I don't know where to go. Like I said, I don't want to go into the correct direction from the beginning. Okay, so that might be the correct direction, we will see. I can't pass there. We should take a cab, it will be faster. So what, is this the same place? Nope, I can't even talk to that guy. So then I guess the other one is the correct direction. That's a really long animation. His weakness is fire. This thing is bloody strong, I have to say. That's the person I saw earlier. He indeed does carry a weapon. Let's follow him. Okay, so we can buy stuff. Don't really care about much. I don't intend on dying or anything like that. Only people who intend on dying buy stuff like that. Beware of goblins, yeah, I'm sure. A bloody fly with boxing gloves, what the hell? A weakness poison. He literally boxes you to death. That thing was way weaker than the previous thing that we fought. So which way should we actually go? Should we go this way? Yes. The game really does not have a lot of loot. Like, seriously. You move through multiple screens of areas at a time and then you get one lootable. If you're lucky. How do we get over there? Guess we have to swim or something like that? You see, logic would tell you that you are able to run past there, but nope. Not according to the developer. Oh, this is gonna be a big battle. Why are they glowing? The previous one wasn't glowing, so I wonder why that one is glowing. Oh, it says bonus loot on them. You see, over there, bonus loot. So maybe that is why they are glowing like that. I got 7 SP for that. That's quite a lot. From the previous 4 fights, I got like 1 SP. Okay, this does not look ominous at all. Termina Caves. Another earthquake. We have never had as many in the last moons. And yet those were only small ones. People say that a massive earthquake is imminent. As a big one of as one or as big as the one that devoured Nysa. Do you think these ruins are from that time, from the time of Nysa? Maybe many castles and watchtowers sank into the ground during that time. Once there, they were home to loyal soldiers. Today they offer shelter only to rats. And by rats I mean them. I'm telling you, we should get out of here. These ruins only bring bad luck. Everywhere you look there's goblins, filthy creatures. Well, if you were chased out of your home, you wouldn't be any nicer than them. Their home? Don't make me laugh. 2 years ago there were no goblins here to begin with. I have no idea where they came from, but they don't own anything here. I'm not going to be exploited by those fine gentlemen up in their castles, only to be robbed by these creatures here underground. Come on, save your breath. You don't have a choice anyway. The world be damned. Our target is not here. He must have gone deeper into the cave. At least you were right. They certainly look like robbers. The question is, what are they planning? That is what we are here to find out. Why even allow me to run this way? Like, that's stupid. If there's nothing there, why does the developer allow you to run that way? This is a linear game, so why waste the player's time? Okay, so they don't have any weaknesses. So you can basically use whatever technique you want to. Oh, I just removed ourselves from overdrive. I actually forgot about that. I need to look more attentively at which of the skills are yellow. Holy shit, they came out of nowhere. Ultra move. What's ultra move? Let's see. Deal high non-elemental magic to all enemies. Okay, and when does the ultra move refresh, I wonder? I guess we should save the ultra move for when we're actually in deep shit, maybe, you know? I guess so. Poison. And does everyone have the same ultra move? Let's have a look. Removes all negative elements, raises resistance from all party members, for all party members, and removes all enemy resistances. Okay, so they do not have the same abilities. They have different abilities. Oh damn, I reduced our thing again. You really need to look at when you are casting a yellow ability. Wow, I only got 2 SP for that one, but with the other fight where I went against the flying dude and the orange dude, I got 7 SP. How the hell do you get 350% more SP from a fight that still is basically the same duration and basically the same difficulty? 350% more SP. That doesn't make sense. Wow, 2 resurrections. That was really worth it. Running all this way for 2 resurrections. Literally items that I can buy at the fucking store. How do I get over there? Did I miss something? How do you get over there? No, I didn't miss anything. You can't climb up here at all. So I guess we will get over there later. Oh, okay. For fuck's sake. Oh, now we jumped down and we can't get up again. Okay. Well, I still don't have the key. Okay, so that one is gonna give bonus loot. Yeah, let's kill the shaman first. We can use a power shot here. Let's use it on this one. Okay, now unfortunately it doesn't matter which skill I use. It's gonna make me go back, unfortunately. Well, we can just attack, I guess. I guess we can just attack. That will still kill the shaman. You do also get stealing in the game apparently, because I see there is a steal indicator on the on some enemies. So you do get stealing exactly the same like in Final Fantasy IX. Swift sandals. I honestly don't see the reason why the developer of the game would create 1, 2, 3 rooms and a special door just in order for the player to loot 1 item and have 1 battle. Like, that seems really stupid. Like, 1 item and 1 battle, and it takes 3 rooms and a special door entrance in order to just get that stuff. Like, it just seems a little bit fucking excessive. Like, I don't know, when I make a game, I would not create 3 rooms and a special entrance thing for 1 item and 1 battle. Like, what does this actually do? 75% chance to act first in battle. Okay. So it doesn't give any special stats or anything like that. It's just literally 75% chance to act first. And then I don't have anything else yet. I do have some SP that I guess I can spend. Yeah, so I don't have any GS to learn new skills. Set skills. Yeah, that's gonna cost a lot of bloody SP. Yeah, so you can level up your skills basically. So it costs 175 SP in order to raise the skill to level 2, and then it will raise the TP by 20% instead of 10%. And then over here also you can increase your skills, obviously. On the attack it goes from 1.8%, well, 1.8 times damage to 1.9 times damage, and then after that 2 times damage. So you can also increase your skills. I don't know what would the... Oh, okay, the TP goes down. The TP cost goes down on this one. Yeah, so... Okay, and then on this one the potency increases. That's not bad, but it costs a shitload of SP. 275. I mean, I've been now playing for probably maybe 50 minutes on these characters, and I only have 20 SP. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. You're gonna have to play for hours in order to level up a single skill. Like, that's a little bit ridiculous. Okay, so we have to go over here again. I did go left previously. Okay, so it's the same way. And then we went there, then we jumped down. We don't need to jump down again. Let's see, against the shaman it does 75, against this guy it does 57. That's a pretty big difference. So clearly the shaman is not very magic resistant, but the goblin soldier is... Oh, now it also does 57. How does that work? Oh, I guess I was in overdrive previously, because overdrive actually adds damage, obviously. Yeah, that's something I need to remember. I don't honestly like the overdrive system. It's a little bit convoluted, to be honest. It just adds a level of stress to the game, which really isn't necessary, you know. Constantly having to worry about your overdrive level and constantly having to consider, okay, what can I play, what can't I play, will it push me into overheat or will it push me out of overdrive, you know. It's just really, it's another level of game mechanics that really just, I don't think adds that much to the actual game, you know. Like, the game seriously just could have done without it. It's not like the overdrive system in Final Fantasy or anything like that, you know. It's like really convoluted. It's not just like, okay, well, I'm getting an extra attack, an extra powerful attack like the overdrive system in Final Fantasy. This is much more convoluted. Put these on. These are uniforms of the palace guards. I haven't washed myself for 3 weeks, but it's the thought of wearing these uniforms that makes me really feel dirty. Spare me your sense of humor. We share a goal, but that doesn't make us friends. No need to tell me that. Anyway, Lady Parnella steadily approaches the city. Kill her while wearing these uniforms and make sure that people see you. I will watch the show from the city walls, but excuse me if I will not applaud. My reputation, you understand. We will carry your secret to the grave as discussed. Now I have to fight these 3 dudes. I know this man from somewhere. This is our opportunity. No, your opportunity was 10 seconds ago. Stop, city guards. You are under arrest. Look at that. So far away from the city walls and yet so cheeky. The law of the strongest rules here. Get them. Ultra moves. During the battle, the ultra move bar will slowly fill. Once full, one of your characters can perform an ultra move by pressing R. The ultra move bar is automatically filled at the start of a boss battle. Wow! Automatically filled at the start of a boss battle. That's unnecessary. So I guess we're gonna start with the ultra thing. Maya Super Rage mode. That's pretty powerful. There's something beneath. Now, why the fuck did I use my thing, you bastards? This developer is a bastard. Oh, sandworm. Okay. Weakness to water. Unfortunately, I can't remove that now. But as long as we keep attacking him, he shouldn't regenerate too much. Okay, so he's regenerating 32 per turn. How much health does this bastard have? It sucks that you can't see their health. Okay, well, I'm almost dead. There's not a huge amount I can do about that. I guess we can heal. And that's gonna push us into overheat. Ouch. And he's dead. 1 SP from that entire fucking fight. 1 SP. That's ridiculous. It takes 275 SP to level up a skill, so getting 1 SP from a boss fight is disgusting. If you do not want to end up like your buddy, you better spit out what you are up to. Long live Fransport. Bitch slapped. Stop it, Rob. This is unnecessary. Stop the bitch slapping. Their lives are unnecessary. Make it quick. I am not taking orders from the likes of you. In the ballsack. Bursars, my ballsack. Haha. The way you treat prisoners, one could mistake you from a nobleman. Tell me, what is your plan? We're going to put an end to this festival. The peace is not real. Everyone's waiting for the new war. A new war? These 150 years have produced a royal line of warlords. They've got no idea on how to deal with peace. It's all fake. All they long for is another war, and we are helping them to get it. You are planning an assassination. Peace cannot be your enemy. We yearn for peace like everyone, but this current state is nothing more than a breather at Escanya's expense. Terran is using the peace treaty to recover from the explosion a year ago. Our chancellor's a fool and doesn't see it. We'll make the decision in his stead. The new war will bring true peace eventually for everyone. At birth, every man is equal. Stop babbling. You are rats from the moment your mothers threw you into the world. Do not speak of equality. And now tell me, or I will slit your throat. Who was that man before? How many of you are there? Long live Fransport. Long live Valandis. In the stomach. Probably better this way. If we leave this rat alive, it will bite the next opportunity it gets. Bitch slap. I forbid you to kill a helpless person in my presence ever again. Do you understand? Yes, princess. We shall return and report to the commander. A line of warlords. Does this apply to my brother as well? It seems like nothing has happened so far. I guess we foiled the plan. But if there are more of them, what if there is a plan B? I have a bad feeling about this. Let us report to the commander. He will know how to act. He is probably wondering where we are anyway. Is something amiss? Are you sure, my lord? Is the parade not worthy as a stage for you? They had a wagon prepared just for you. My dear Heinlein, sometimes I prefer the way through the orchestra, but it is quite loud here. I'll take the noise of the crowd over the whispers of the court any day. Forgive me, what does a simple servant like me know about problems of a famous man like you? One does not need to be a powerful king or queen to be famous all around Aldria. Sir Victor of Arcadia is living proof that a civilian can gain such prestige. As the author of stage plays and poems, he has written himself into the hearts of many. Having developed the first letterpress machine, he was able to distribute his works to every corner of the world and accumulate vast wealth. Now give me a break. People forget it sometimes, but I am not a nobleman. Let's cut through the charades. Just take me backstage and show me where the fun is. Very well, Sir Victor. Here we are. May I cordially invite you to participate in our variety of fun games. The games are played with so-called chips. Please take these 50 and try to accumulate as many as you can. Once you are done, you can exchange the chips for prizes in the north of this plaza. Have fun. That is more to my taste. She. Okay, guys. Yeah. I have to be honest. I've not have a lot, and I've not have had. Can I speak English, please? I have not had a lot of fun with this game so far. I don't know. It's just not really fun. I mean, what can I say? You know, like if I compare it to Final Fantasy IX that I have played twice through already. That game was fun straight from the start. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just fun from the start, you know. And unfortunately, this game Chained Echoes really, it's not been fun so far. And I'm now almost 2 hours into the game, you know. I don't know, you know. I just don't think this game is worth $25. You know, it's a little bit rough. $25 for $25. Let's quickly have a look at the price of Final Fantasy IX right now. Final Fantasy IX is $21. So honestly, I would play through Final Fantasy again before playing this game any longer. That's honestly my opinion. Final Fantasy IX's graphics is better than this game's graphics in my opinion. This game looks like a RPG Maker game, and I mean Final Fantasy IX is now 22 years old, you know. Final Fantasy IX is probably older than some of you watching this video right now. You know, I played the game when I grew up. I was like 12 or 13 years old when I played Final Fantasy IX, and it was bloody amazing. And they released Final Fantasy IX on PC in 2016. So there's actually a PC version of the game that you can play that has I believe it has mouse support and stuff like that. And this game doesn't even have mouse support. The controls on this game is quite frankly bad. You know, like I said, it's definitely a console port, even though Final Fantasy IX is also a console port, but at least Final Fantasy IX is a good console port. The keys are much more native than this game's keys, you know, native to a keyboard, obviously. And then, like I said, I'm pretty sure there is mouse support in Final Fantasy IX, the Steam version of Final Fantasy IX as well, you know. So honestly, I cannot in any way, shape or form recommend this game over Final Fantasy IX on Steam. There's just no way in hell how this game is better than Final Fantasy IX on Steam. Now, would I pay $25 of my own money for this game? No. I would definitely not. Maybe if the game was maximum $15, like $10, I think would be a good price for this game. $15 would honestly be my maximum that I would pay for Chained Echoes. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, the music is not good in my opinion. The writing of the game is not good in my opinion. The design, like I've explained 3 times already, the hitboxes of the game is bad, you know, straight up bad, you know. So you're going to be crashing into stuff quite a lot, you know. It's just really not anywhere close to games that already exist, you know, like Final Fantasy IX. There are many other JRPGs in this style and in the style of Final Fantasy IX that you can play. But honestly, if you're looking for a very good JRPG turn-based game, then this is not one of those games. You know, Final Fantasy IX is one of those games, certainly, but this game is not one of those games. So honestly, I just cannot recommend this game at $25. I might be able to recommend it at $10, but the game is asking $25, and in my opinion, the game is not worth $25. You know, it's just not even close. So, like I say, if you're looking for, in my opinion, the best turn-based JRPG ever created, then definitely Final Fantasy IX for $21 on Steam is the best option I can give you. And this game, in my opinion, is not worth $25. If you have already played Final Fantasy IX and you have $25 burning a hole in your pocket, honestly, even then, I would not be able to recommend this game. Like seriously, even then. Even if you have played Final Fantasy IX, I would not be able to recommend this game. After Final Fantasy IX, if you've already played Final Fantasy IX, honestly, I would then probably recommend Earthlock. Earthlock is a bloody fantastic JRPG. I believe it's also like $25 or $30 on Steam, even though Earthlock goes on sale very often on Steam for like $5, honestly. And I'm sure you will be able to get it for $5 on Steam if you're just a little bit patient. So honestly, Earthlock is spelled exactly the way I'm saying it. Earthlock. Like a lock and key, and then Earthlock is really good. It's honestly probably the second best JRPG turn-based game I've ever played after Final Fantasy IX. That's how bloody good Earthlock is. The game is also pretty old, not as old as Final Fantasy. I think it came out like around 2017, 2018. But yeah, Earthlock is bloody good. So honestly, if you're looking for two of the best JRPG turn-based games I've ever played, then Earthlock and Final Fantasy IX is much more worth $25 than this game is, in my opinion. You know, like seriously, I just can't recommend this game for $25 when there are games like Earthlock and Final Fantasy available for the same price. You know, it's just like there's no way on earth how I can recommend this game over those two games. So yeah, guys, honestly, that is my opinion on this game. It's just, in my opinion, not a very good turn-based JRPG, and it's not even close to being a good JRPG turn-based game when you compare it to games like Earthlock or Final Fantasy IX. And obviously there are many other JRPG turn-based games that I could recommend, but those are the two at the top of my list that I would rather spend $25 on than this game. You know, it's unfortunate, but honestly, you have to price your game accordingly to the other games that you are competing against. You know, that's just how it goes. You know, that's why when you ask if a game like Witcher 3 is worth $60, I would say absolutely a game is worth Witcher 3 is worth $60. If you ask me if another open world RPG game, like, I don't know, just think of any open world RPG game that was released in the past 5 years. If you would ask me if that game is worth $60 as well, I would probably say no, because you have to compare it against the other games. You have to compare it against Witcher and the other open world RPG games that are available in that price range, you know. So yeah, I just can't recommend this game for this price, seriously. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. As always, it would be super appreciated if you could support me on nexus.gg/LFP Gaming if you are gonna buy any Steam games. Unfortunately, Earthlock and Final Fantasy IX is not available on nexus.gg, but many other really good games are available on there, like God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Borderlands 3. There's really thousands of games available on nexus.gg/LFP Gaming, and if you buy any of the games on there, you still get your Steam key. The developers of the game get 30% more of your money, and I get like 5% as well, and it doesn't cost you a single cent more than what it would cost on Steam normally. So that's one really nice way to support the channel. And then obviously, in addition to that, you can also make a direct donation on patreon.com/LFP or on streamelements.com/LFP gaming/tip. And if you guys want to see more reviews like this, then it would really be appreciated if you could support me on any of those 3 different channels, because with many of these games I spend my own money to buy the game and to review the game for you guys. So if you want to see more reviews, then those are the ways to support the channel. Otherwise than that, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.